On this episode of One Man, One Hand, and No Real Plan, we keep hitting those switches. My current light switch, this is, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of this dash is broken, and it could be that everything's fine, it's just the actual surround of it. But when you push, the surround is too far up and the switch doesn't work very good, and it gets bound and all that kind of stuff. So I ordered a new switch that's supposed to work, and we're gonna try to put that in. The other thing that I've got that's all nice and janky.
This is the police. Move your busted ass vehicle.
As you can see, this is all busted. I take this out. It's broken pretty bad. So what we're gonna do is replace it with this guy. So hopefully we got the right one. It does look to be the right one. So we're gonna replace it with this one. So it's hot, it's outside, it's May. I've got a power steering, or I guess it's not power steering, it's steering wheel puller. It's cheap, I ordered it off of Amazon, but never pulled this actual steering wheel before. So we'll have to figure out exactly. So I suppose the first thing we need to do is figure out how to get this. Well, that was, might be why the horn doesn't work. There appears to be, on a normal one, aha, it bolts into the back, but mine was already broken. There's two plastic doohickeys that are here, and they bolt into that to hold it in place. Then this is your horn button, but I think we're going to pull the steering wheel and see what we can do here. So let's get the nut off. So my hinges are fun and don't have that spring that keeps the door open. So I'm going to use that fancy specialty tool known as a wood block. Given that my handy dandy door wedge isn't holding it open, we're going to go with redneck solution number 2. So there's a nut and a lock washer, I think, or at least a nut that holds the steering wheel on, but you got to get the nut off, and then you got to use the steering wheel puller to actually, there's the nut. Usually you can't just pull them off, you got to use the actual steering wheel puller, which is fun. It's not hard, but basically you have this doodad that sits in that little groove, and then okay, there are 2 holes on either side. You run the right threaded bolts in, the right threaded bolt from my kit with a washer. I'm going to grab the opposite one and a washer, and then just thread them into the hole, and then you just wind it in until it's tight. Oh geez, what's going on here? Might need some lube. Might need some lubrication in this situation.
That's what she said. Or he said.
And once it's tight, now driving that in will pull your steering wheel off. So there it is. Done. Now you got your steering wheel off. Hooray! There's a lock ring that goes around this guy. We gotta push it in a little bit to get it out. So I grabbed a variety. We'll see which one we can get it with. Usually you can push in. I wonder if I can.
They're coming straight toward our proximity. Maybe you should give them the clamps,
Gee, you think? You think that maybe I should use these clamps that I use every day at every opportunity? You're a freaking genius, you idiot!
Get it down just a little. There we go. And I'm going to try this offset angle one. And you just want to get it to pop over your threads. There. Okay, so now see this threaded part? You just want to keep prying a little and pop this spring, or lock ring, I guess, out of that groove. I'm going to take this hooked one, come in from the other side. Come on, baby, go with it. If you can push and turn and pry it out at the same time, it works really good. As you can imagine, as I drop everything, that is not the easiest thing for me. There it goes. Yay. That sits in a little groove around that. This piece of plastic here, when you push it up, it makes contact right here. This piece of metal makes contact, and that's what makes the right turn signal work. I pull down, it makes contact in the bottom, and when it's in the middle, there's no metal to contact with, and so no blinkers are going. I try to use the widest blade I can on these for my Phillips because they just strip like crazy. Never tried to do this on this particular style of steering wheel before, so we're just figuring it out as we go. Isn't that the way you're supposed to do stuff? Just figure it out as you go.
Vicky will walk in dressed as Haas, and then we'll just, you know, see what happens. You ready?
Oh, wait. So we're just gonna wing it?
Piper, there's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
I turned the blinker on there to get to this top screw. Hey, there's our actual switch. And I'm gonna try and be gentle with this. So I can figure out what they need. Hell, I may not have even need to take any of this apart, but it'd be kind of nice to fix my horn too if I can. But, oh lordy, does that come out? But I think no matter what, in order to reconnect that, I gotta figure out this piece. Now, what do we gotta do next? I think this tumbler comes out with a torque screw down there. Take that out. And I believe this will come right out. Now, can I take this cover off? I'm hoping, as I butt nudge the door open again, that this, there we go. I like to take this kind of stuff apart by hand. So it's a 3 screws, aluminum screws looks like, hold whatever's next in here. That's the scientific term. And yes, my redneck solution to keep my door open is not working. So, you know, yay. Oh yeah, those definitely were it. Look at that. Like butter. So my having a cruise, I have to get this unplugged. And I don't know exactly how far down that goes. Ow. Oh, that far. That's how far it goes down. This pin is what is retaining this whole switch. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to shake, rattle, and roll it loose. Maybe. So now All that's left holding our bad switch in is whatever that is. I think.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Do the Google!
A few moments later.
In the true nature of this channel, and the fact that should have Googled before I started, maybe had some sort of plan. Apparently, I didn't need to take any of this. Supposedly, you just pull it out. You just pull really hard. So, maybe. Yep. You just pull it out. So all this disassembly we did, totally unnecessary.
Is because you're a dumbass.
Yay! However, I'm excited because I needed to clean up a lot of stuff. And I think it'll be easier to do the wire. I gotta snake this wire back down in there, which may prove harder than I think. But first things first, I think I'm gonna put this stuff together again. Well, that's embarrassing. I don't know how much I lift, but I had to snake that through, and my neighbor's mowing. Awesome. So I'm just trying to fish the wire all the way through here. I got it down there, but of course it doesn't reach the plug because I didn't wire it right, probably. Oh, maybe it just goes in. It does only go in one way. The plug goes in like this, not like this. You get it flat, and the little retainer clip goes in that little groove right there. That might save somebody some time. Okay, found my keys. Let's make sure. Holy cow. That's sweet. I just didn't have it pushed in far enough. Holy cow, I got washer fluid kinda. Sweet.
Sweet! What about mine?
That's all working? Heck yeah. How about this? I think we can put the rest back together. Now, fix our headlight switch. And this poor dash has seen better days, but I am hopeful that this won't be that big a deal. We're just gonna make do with what we got, because I would like to have a new piece of plastic there, just because this is so busted up. You will see, just to get it to where it would stay together a few years ago. Is he mowing again? Well, good night, nurse. I had to put some metal on parts of it and a nut. I think there's a nut in there somewhere. I need to stabilize the right side and the up. So how would that have stabilized before? Ooh, maybe it is broken. The reason I think it might be broken is because all the screws are Phillips and janky. That's the technical term, is janky. Yeah, it's definitely wallered out. I'm gonna switch it. See if that just makes a world of difference, because, you know, science. So it's got two tabs here to pop this switch out of it. And be Dumbledore with it. Haha.
Yes, well done, Slytherin, well done, Slytherin. However, recent events must be taken into account. And I have a few last-minute points to award.
Oh, we're mowing again. We're on the mower. We're on the move, baby. Just drink beer. Get a real hobby like drinking beer. Who mows a mowed yard? I just don't understand why anyone would voluntarily mow their yard more. Lights work. Oh, we're hitting the gravel now. Okay. Oh, that's so much better. Oh my gosh, it works. Yeah, that fixed her. Heck yeah. Let's put her nuts and bolts in. Call it a day. A mowing he will go, a mowing he will go. Hi ho the Dario, a mowing. Oh my gosh. This has increased the drivability of this truck 1,000,000 times. Just by having good lights, a dimmer switch, and a turn signal that works without braking. Woohoo! All said and done, this works so much better than it did before. You can run all the switches, all the buttons work, the light switches work, the dimmer works. It's fantastic. I'm super stoked about it. So I apologize for the rather short episode this time. It's just super busy. It's May. My son is graduating this May, and so we're just swamped constantly. I do plan to get right back on the 36 here shortly, but I wanted to get this just more usable and some small, simple things, but I thought were valuable to show. But if you would, I'd appreciate you hitting the like button, consider subscribing, checking us out on Instagram, and until then, we'll just keep watching our neighbor mow for no apparent reason.